Hello, everybody. All right. Hello and welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on Lotro's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Lotro stream. And I am your host of the day, Little Redhead, or I should say host of the moment. I'll be with you for about 2 hours, and then we'll switch over to B4, who will do his stream, plugging along. So for the next 5 or so hours, you've got the pair of us here playing some Lotro for you and hopefully making it something interesting to watch. So there we go. Max Hauser says hello. Hello, welcome. I'm going to guess German based on the name and the hello. So let's see. I am here on my little Hunter Rosenblum. And let's see, have I checked these crates today? I have not. Let's go ahead and grab these crates. Yeah, as before says, Goedenavond. We are in the Netherlands, so if you are in Germany, we are your neighbors. Hello. And know a language close to yours, but not exactly the same. There does seem to be some overlap, though, for sure. Okay, let's see. Oh, my subscriber buffs are up in 3 days, so I'm going to go ahead and renew that.
How can I be of service?
Talk to Wenda here, and I'm going to drink my little subscribers jug. And we are good to go there. Oh, guten Abend, yeah. All right, so now I have got like some chest congestion, FYI, y'all. So I will do my best not to cough in your ear. I know this is like kind of a repeating theme here in it, but I'm going to grab a little cough drop just to hopefully make that go a little bit better. And I've got 3 various drink options here. So with all of this, plus my emotional support kitty of Casper next to me, I think we should be hopefully good for the day. Right, buddy? Yeah. Okay, so last time we talked about this Mordor Allegiances thing. So when you get into the Mordor area, over here under your character, if you go down to Allegiances, there's 4 different allegiances that you can join up with. So we've got the Kingdom of Gondor, so very human focused. We have Hobbits of the Company, which, you know, surprisingly is for hobbits. We have Durin's folk, so, you know, helping out the dwarves. And then we have the Court of Lothlorien helping out the elves. So we've got, you know, quests and a quest line that sends us along through each of the different initial races of the game. And so you can, as it turns out, pick up the kind of starting quest, like the on-ramp for each of these factions, and have them all 4 active concurrently. So basically we started with the hobbits and we went all the way through the hobbits, and then we picked up the elves and we started in on that. And then we stumbled across, I think, the men and the dwarves, and we're like, I wonder what happens. And we went ahead and joined them. And as it turns out, yeah, we have all 4 of them now active at the same time. Now, we have done the storyline fully through with the hobbits, and claimed all the, and I got max allegiance with them as well. And we've got max allegiance with the elves, although I don't think we actually finished doing their story yet. We still have some of the story to go through. Oh no, this is Thorin. Maybe we did do, golly, I can't remember now. But anyway, each of the, what's that?
We haven't done all of it yet.
I was thinking we hadn't quite finished up with the elves yet. I think, what was it? Haldur wants us to go do some other things, maybe. But we can go back to that anytime. Each of these pieces is kind of a little separate in a way. The Allegiance reputation is gotten through a handful of quests. And there are some repeatable quests, which is what we're going to be doing today. Then you use that allegiance stuff to work on your reputation or whatever with these allegiances. And you can only have one actively receiving that those tokens. So currently our active allegiance is Durin's folk, and you can tell because it says track here, so we can track it like off on the side if we want to. I also have Kingdom of Gondor available for, ready to receive some of this allegiance stuff. And it says set active. So you can see that I have not, it's not my active one, and it's not completed. And so we know this because this button is active here. For now, it does say for hobbits and these guys, we could set it as active, but that would be a silly thing to do because we've already reached maximum with these guys. And so it would just be a waste of the stuff. So we're not going to do that. So currently we are tracking, and all of our stuff goes to Durin's folk allegiance. So let's see. B4 says, when we finished off the Tales of Gorgoroth deed, we unlocked daily quests here. And then at that point, it made sense to unlock all 4 and open up their daily quests, even though we weren't done with elves at the time. There we go. Thank you. As Kagosi says, good evening, Little Red, and B4, or good often. Looks like often. Like, hello, we are here often. We are here often on Tuesdays. Okay, so each one of these factions has a travel skill that you get when you, not when you first join, but like after you do like the first intro. It's early. It's super early on that they give you this travel skill. Sir, where are you at? Hobbits. Okay, so I will show you of what I speak. So 2 of the... Oh. Skakosi, where are you? Where you would say, oh God, often till dig osa. Oh, Denmark. And I probably butchered that. I apologize. Denmark is definitely a place that's on my interest list because it's so close to the Netherlands. And I want to go check it out. So I feel like this is something that could be like a last minute, hey, we're going to pop up to Denmark for a weekend kind of thing. So hopefully that will happen someday. We'll see. There's another Hobbit up there that would be cool to go see them also. So yeah, it'd be fun. Do a little mini meetup or something. Okay, so yes, travel skills. So 2 of them are on the Gondor map. That would be Bar Thorenian. That's where the hobbits are. And Scooby-Doo. Where's the other one on here? Who's the other one? Aren't the dwarves here? No. No, dwarves are in Rovanian. That's right. Dwarves are over here in Rovanian to... That one? Is it Journey to Under the Mountain? Yeah, that. Oh, and you know what? It does say on there, Journey to the Allegiance Hall Under the Mountain. So yeah, that's the Dwarven Allegiance. And just like Erdluin, dwarves are in the north, elves are in the south. So we've got Journey to the Court of Lothlorien here. Oh, the menfolk are in Rohan, aren't they? No? Wait. They're Dol Amroth. There they are. So the menfolk are listed here in Gondor by Dol Amroth. And the hobbits are over here near, Mordor, basically. So, yeah. Oh, the men are in Minas Tirith. Well, it looks like they're...
Just north of the word Minas.
Okay. Aren't they in... They're not Dol Amroth? Oh, no, that's King's Gondor. Where is... Oh, there, way over here. Oh, there they are. Okay, so they're actually not that far from each other on the map. So, yes, and Max Hauser asked, can you tell me the name of the travel plugin? And before I already popped that in there, saying it is Travel Window 2. And I had been using it. So once you get it, you get this cute little suitcase down in the corner. If you right click, you have a handful of different options you can play with here. And so mode, the second one, I had been using the icon grid, which then looks like this. And I struggle, as being a hunter, I have a gazillion travel skills, as you can see. And so I struggle a little bit with being able to tell one travel skill from another. And a couple weeks ago, there's two people who work on this, and one of the devs popped in and was like, "Hey, have you tried using the map version?" And I had looked at it previously one time, and it didn't make any sense to me, so I just skipped away from it. So anyway, they talked me through a little bit of it, and oh my gosh, it's been a life changer for me, a game changer. Because some people like the carousel, which is also interesting. You can just, turn it in a thing. Not my jam. Another option is pull down, which looks like this, and so you scroll down to find the thing. Now, if you only have a couple of things, maybe scroll down, might be the way to go, especially if you have stuff across different places. But for me, I love this map view because when I pull it up, it plopped all of the little travel skills right onto the map. And as I'm pretty comfortable with the maps, that helps me because I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get over here. I know I have a travel skill that gets me in that region, and then I can just be like, there it is. So that is super handy, and it has, and then I played with some of the options, and so it has just my hunter travel skills, and then anything I've earned through reputation is also on here. And then at the bottom, and this is normal, is where all of your milestone skills and the travel, like your personal house, kinship member house, that's all down there at the bottom. So for me, it's just remembering, okay, if I'm trying to get to Hobbit and Bywater, which one of these is it, and so forth. But it's pretty easy after that for me because it's just a small handful of them. Max Hauser says, yeah, it looks cool. I know. I love this so much. Jokey Ghost Crew says, wait, how do you remove the quest window that's always in the way? On my this one? Oh, wait. Oh, going out into the world, like, hang on. Like, if I was looking at this map and that's not really a good option. But like the pop-up thingy that shows me all the quests that I'm tracking in the area. Well, first of all, yeah, I'm not tracking any quests in 4Hell. So hang on, let me get some quests, and then I will show you. So let me pick up the daily quest from this lady here. So we have a daily expedition. I think that applies to all of these allegiances. So it's all I have to do is complete 4 allegiance quests in Lingris until 3. So that's anywhere, and that I can get stuff off of the board for that. This one is only specific to her. I would not get this quest from any of the other quest givers. So this is the one we did a couple days ago, where she's trying to get things, to have us do from various people, and she's been asking different people, and she's been on Sam's case to give her something. So finally he relented and gave her a request, which is defeat spiders in Lingris. So we're gonna go do that on Sam's behalf. And then there's this weekly allegiance quest quest that we can do. So I'm going to pick this up as well, which is basically complete 5 quests here, 5 there. Like, it's go all over the place and do allegiance quests. But since I'm doing all the allegiances, that is more likely to get accomplished than not. Then each day, my understanding is these quests that are here on the board are going to change each day. And there's, according to before, there's a deed where if we do all of the various ones that, as they cycle through, then we accomplish that deed. So we're going to pick up whatever we have here today. This is defeat Engorge Zavarhai. I'm going to try and go through quickly so we can get out there and I can show you what I'm talking about on the map. I think I know what you're talking about. This one has the Royal Sea of Gondor. Go take control of the area that claim a place in Lingris for Gondor. We have a brood mother. So we're going to leave some offerings and draw her out. We have the Silken Gift, which is finding some spider silk. And then trapping the trackers, where there's some orc trackers. We're going to go catch up with them. And then the other area, we're gonna complete a thing called the Burning Mountain. We're gonna gather supplies. We're gonna investigate some strange lights that are happening out there. Oh, and then we're gonna claim an area. So we have to kind of like go to the first encampment, second, third, and then the top. And another spot. So basically we're trying to clear out where the orcs have been kind of getting in on all this business. So I'm going to go take the rider to Mordor because I think it'll show up there.
We can also travel the other post to get there.
Yeah, we'll do that in a minute, but I want to see if I can pull something up on the map. Okay, so you see where my stuff is up above me, and you see how I'm tracking a thing. And so this thing here has all the quests that I'm currently tracking on it. And I think, is this the thing you're talking about that was in your way, Jokey Ghost Crew? So one thing, first of all, is that if you hover like just above it, let me put, yeah, so see how my mouse turns into like a little plus when I'm hovering just above it? It's not in the window itself, it's just above the window because I think there's a border there that's invisible. So if you click and drag that, you can drag that window. So most of the time I keep it down here because this is the place that makes the most sense for me, is here where my face currently is on the screen. But occasionally there's questing happening in this space, and so having that window in the way is annoying. So I'll just like scooch it over to another corner and get it out of my way, but so I can still see it. And so, because another fun feature of this thing is when you hover over the item that you're working on, let me see, let me scooch this up just a little bit. So look at the gold ring just underneath here. And when I hover over, oh, that's in the way. Hang on, let me scooch it even further, maybe. When I hover over the item, notice how it kind of fades in and out, it blinks. So that's really handy if you're like, hey, where is this thing that I'm trying to do? As long as it's on the map that you're staring at, the thing will blink. So for example, that thing up above my head, that's this one, Hoarded Goods, because I've got my mouse over it, and so it kind of fades in and out on my screen. So hopefully that's what you're asking. That was that answers the question that you were asking. If that is not the question you're asking, let me know. All right, we're going to go to the other factions and pick up their daily quest because that'll be handy. Oh, and yes, okay. So B4 says it doesn't show up if you're not tracking any quests, so I just untracked all my quests. And so now that tracker window is gone. I just unclicked everything. And so there's nothing on the side of my wall here. It's all, woof. So that is missing now. Also, let's see, before it says there's also a checkbox at the bottom left of that. And you can find that, that you can uncheck so that that whole box doesn't even show for you if you prefer that. Oh, yeah, okay. So as before mentioned, there is a border around that window, and it just happened that the UI skin that I'm using was hiding that. But I know, because I'm like, I think there's a border around this thing. And then also, if perhaps you were looking at the Travel Window 2 map that I'm using, it does not connect to the quest log because this is a plugin. And this is a plugin that's only related to my travel skills. And so it doesn't know anything about what quests I'm doing. It just knows how to get me around based on the skills that I have. All right, I'm going to pick up a quest from this fella. So each of these factions has a daily quest. So back at the Hobbits, we got one for Sam. On behalf of Sam, I should say. This guy is the person that handles this for the Gondorian men. And he says, his quest is, many are the dangerous foes that stalk the burning plains of Talith Uri, but none are so threatening as the creatures of dragonkind. Defeat salamanders and rockworms, or hunt for the more dangerous fire drakes that walk the scorching plains. I leave the decision up to you, for facing either of these will aid the kingdom of Gondor. So we got to defeat salamanders or rockworms or fire drakes. We can do whatever we want. Do what you want, man. Okay, so now we're going to pop over to Lothlorien. So that's the one where having these two on the same thing is kind of fun. So we're going to go to elves first. And I'm still using this little emote as my travel emote on this character. I think it's kind of fun. Like a little runic thing happening there. Very mystical seeming. It's fun. Okay, and so then this is our daily person here. And hers is, she says, she wants us to defeat hostile foes in Talith-Uri. So Lord Celeborn dispatched scouts to many of the regions of Gorgoroth, and they journeyed to each side of Orurun. Orodrun, sorry. We have received many of their reports in the last few days, but Candathil journeys in Talith-Uri, and his reports are sometimes delayed. I ask that you defeat any of the hostile creatures that inhabit Talith-Uri. After doing so, if you find yourself near the crossroads southeast of Orodrun, return to me with Candathil's report and be rewarded for your efforts. Well, golly, who can say no to that? Okay, and then we have one more daily quest to go pick up, and that would be from the... Oh, Max Hauser says, driving from work now. See you later. See you. Drive safely. Now I'm going to go to the journey to the hall under the mountain so I can go and talk to the dwarves. Yo. Casper's being super cute. He's got his head curled up under his face. I mean, he's got a paw over his face. Like, whoa. Sleepy boy. All right, and this one we're still kind of getting to know where to find the peoples. It's because it's not that guy. He has the sword in the middle of the ring, which means that's part of the Allegiance storyline, which we're not going to do right now. There we go. This is our daily guy. So arming our warriors. So the conquest of Gorgoroth continues. How can it not end in triumph when Durin's folks have so many fine heroes setting forth from Erebor? Several bands of great renown have made the journey, and their names are well known to all dwarves, the Sons of Stone and the Crow Feeders, whose adventures are legendary. But without new weapons and armor, they cannot help to prevail. They must be reinforced with fresh equipment. My friend Vagrek has a cart full of crafted weapons and armor, and he's driven it to Lingris. Unload his cart on the road in the northeast of that web-choked valley, and find the Sons of Stone and the Crow Feeders south along the road near Wraithcal and slightly beyond. So we need to unload a cart and find some folks. Okay, now you'll notice if I click on the board, there's nothing there for me because I've already picked up all the stuff at the Hobbit location. I assume there's nobody else to go and talk to. Okay. Okay, so where do you want to start?
How about Lindis?
Okay, so how are you getting there?
Right, Mordor.
Oh, okay. Each one of these alliance halls has a person who says ride to Mordor, and they just pop you out. I'm pretty sure they all come to the same place, which is right here. This stable master here at Talith-Uri, which conveniently is near where we want to do a bunch of stuff.
Maybe let's take the State Master to the ruins.
Okay.
Aye.
We're going to take the stable master to some ruins of Dingarth, I'm guessing. All right. Looks pretty ruiny. Yeah. Oh, for a second I thought we had the same. Do we have the same mount? No. Yes. Not exactly. Mine's purple. What am I riding on? I don't even know. Maybe the jaunty one? I'll have to look when I get off. They look very similar though. Their packs on the back are very close. But my saddle is purple. I think yours is blue. No. Took the kitties to go get their nails trimmed yesterday, and poor Casper's got another tooth that's not looking good. So keeping an eye on it for him. Yeah. Oh, okay, here we go. So we're gonna unload this cart, remove a bundle of equipment from the wagon. Cool. And now we have to find the Sons of Stone and supply the dwarves with fresh equipment. We also need to defeat some spiders around here. So that's convenient. There's one right there. So we're in this area, and we have a handful of quests that we're trying to accomplish here. Aphidil's really good at just like going, wah, and things fall over. Very, very good at what she does. All right, so where are these? Ah, we're coming up on these guys. Wow, those are some pretty stones. There we go. There's some dwarves. Oh, okay. What you want to do? The first one at the point here?
Sure.
Yeah, ready?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. They have been equipped, resupplied with new equipment. Thank you for the resupply, friend. We were concerned that we'd have to click on each one and that they would each run away, so we tried to coordinate our clicking just in case of something like that. All right, and then the other folks we need to find are a little further down the road. So we're on our way to that. Powerful voice, that's right. There is a powerful minstrel voice there. Yup. Rawr. I know I don't mind the Hobbit one. I think it's very cute. I know there's some people that are like, how do I mute this noise? And I don't, yeah, this one's fine. But there is a filtering system in Lotro, yeah, which is, it's a pretty good one. So if you ever need to do that, is it Alt-R? Yeah. That'll take you to the filter panel, Alt-R. And then you can filter loot, you can filter quests, and you can filter sounds. I don't currently have any sounds filtered. But you can, you have that as options. So, all right. Crow feeders have been resupplied with new equipment. You are welcome. Cool. All right. Bring the remaining equipment to this guy. He says, I'll take it from here and distribute the remaining equipment to other adventurers within Lingris. Perhaps I will see you another time. There's always more to be done. Aye. Cool. Okay, so... Oh yeah, what am I on? I'm on the Horse Archer's Steed. Okay, so we're still working on that. Complete weekly Allegiance quests in Lingris. We've done one. So I don't feel a need to track that, though. So I'm going to go ahead and untrack a couple things there that popped up. Because it pops up automatically if I'm making progress, thank you, on something. But before I was just saying, under the Lingris Allegiance quest, do you want me to go ahead and pull this up because we're in that area? Yeah, so defeat Engorged Zavarhai, claim the first encampment, collect spider remains, complete a silken thing, and collect the crate of traps. So I'm going to go ahead and track these quests because they're in the area of where we are. All right, so here's a crate of traps. I feel like we should interact with that. Interaction complete. Extra interaction engaged. All right, cool. I think I maybe, yeah, I was netted, I think. Or, I guess they don't have nets, they have the other thing. Webbed. All right, I have placed an orcus trap. Oh, yeah. And then this guy comes out here. And he gets caught in the trap. And then, strangely, he just is defeated. Skagosi says, Hobbits are the best, even though Skagosi in-game is my dwarf. Dwarves, you mean tall hobbits? Oh, they're different. All right, so this is the bottom encampment in this collection of encampments that we are going to go and claim in the name of Gondor. We're going to just get caught on rocks for the Greyhammers. Yes, we're going to claim it for the Greyhammers. So that's one thing. Like, I feel like the dwarves have, like, this kind of tribal identity that hobbits don't necessarily have. Like, you don't see hobbits that are like, I'm, you know, Hobbit Thistlespring from the South Farthing, you know, blargity blarg hobbits. Like, there's just not quite that same identification. They're like, yeah, I'm a hobbit. Yeah, I live in the South Farthing. I'm from the South Farthing. I live in Mickledelving now. Whatever. It doesn't seem to be quite the same thing. You're confident that Gandalf got full of a took from a hobbit. Possibly. Sounds like something an older generation might say. Well, and there is the thing about how, like, the Tooks are a little bit more adventurous, right? And the Baggins are a little bit more homebody-esque. V4 says, I think family lines are important in the Shire. Yeah, but you don't get so much of, you know, hi, I'm Peregrine's son of, I forgot his name, his dad's name, but, you know what I mean? You don't, son of Paladin, yeah. Like, you know, it's not as big of a deal. Whoops, did I not do something? Okay. Well, I have successfully claimed this area for Gondor, so... But I agree that family lines are important in the Shire. Like, I think there is kind of like an understanding that Merry and Pippin are kind of like supposed to follow the family. Like, they're kind of like the landed gentry of this, right? They're the kind of the aristocracy of the Shire, if one could say there is such a thing. And we're going to find out if this means death or not. Death or cake? I'll have cake. Well, so far I've managed to not die. All right, cool. Yeah. So I think there is some expectation of, like, if you are somebody who's in charge of things, that you have a responsibility to the people that you're in charge of, and that when you pass on or whatever, that somebody is going to step in and be responsible in your, you know, the next one's going to be responsible. And so I think Merry and Pippin have some expectations that are on them that they someday in the future, you know, are going to be taking those roles. But I think at the point where we meet them in, like, Lord of the Rings, I think they don't take those responsibilities very seriously. I think they basically see that is a long ways off and not anything they got to worry about. You know. Cool. Everybody says, evening, hobbits are great. I agree. I'm a fan of the hobbits. I think dwarves are very interesting. Here's a trap location, honey. Come through. But I don't find that, like, role-playing a dwarf has the same, I don't know, just enjoyment for me as role-playing a hobbit. It's just different. I wondered. Everybody says, oh wait, so B4 says, despite being older than Boromir, they're still in their tweens. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they feel the weight of responsibility at all yet. And it's not until they've gone on their journey and come back that they're like, okay, we get it. Everybody says, please give us Hobbit Captain and Runekeeper already. I know they've got reasons why. It came up recently on, let's see, Cord did A Court of the Rings on Friday with Orion, because Orion had just done the letter to the players. And there was something where Orion just like rattled it out at one point about of why certain classes have, or what certain races have classes and others don't. And it's like due to the kind of magic that particular race would know and understand or something like that. But he was just like, oh yeah, these have this because of the, and then because these guys have the, and they know about this. Like, okay. And, you know, it's just like, oh right, we know this. But I was like, could you elaborate? But no, he'd already moved on. So yeah. I know they've got their reasons. SSG does. Everybody says, dwarves are interesting, but I cannot force myself to play one. Yeah, I can get that. I think I'm still in combat. Oh, with these spiderlings. Okay. I'm coming. Wow, that web crawler was just like, my life for the cause. Okay. Everybody feels that the lore ship kind of sailed years ago. Hobbits can be lore masters, champions, river hobbits can be any class. Well, hobbits being lore masters works for me because, I mean, hobbits definitely seem to have an affinity for animals. So it doesn't seem to me like it doesn't make sense for them to be able to be lore masters, you know? Even though it is considered a kind of magic. I don't know why river hobbits can be anybody. Who knows? But there is an internal logic that they have for this, is what I'm trying to say. SSG definitely has an internal logic about why various classes are yes and others are no. Alright, so we have called forth this brood mother. And we have defeated said brood mother. Wow, those markings are something. That was pretty. Don't want to get bit by her, that's for sure. Okay. And before I was doing a little bit of research that technically Mary was 36, just out of his tweens, and Peregrine was 28 and definitely a tween of a took. Now, I agree with before that Hobbit lore masters would make more sense if their animal companions could be pigs, chickens, sheep, and the like. Yeah, absolutely. That would be fantastic. I would love to see Hobbit Bjornings, even though it totally doesn't make any sense. But I would just want to see this little bear cub running around. I just think that'd be so cute. Big reminder that I think it's coming tomorrow. They're doing a huge update. SSG is doing a like update, whatever it is, 0.1. Oh, badgers. Oh, that's another good one. Yeah, if hobbits could have badger pets. Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Where would you be if I was trying to look for your information? Maybe like intro update. Dum-ba-dum. Oh, that's old. Yeah, we're just discussing the fact that I haven't seen patch notes for tomorrow, but it's supposed to be a huge update. Let me. I'm not Steam. Maybe on the Discord. No. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not finding. Okay, so theoretically, tomorrow is a huge update, and Cord was talking about it on Cord of the Rings last Friday. Now, Cord has also mentioned that he is not planning to do regular Cord of the Rings anymore because he's got other things that he'll be doing to support Lotro, and so he's going to be focusing on those instead. Things like taking the news and I think putting it out as like YouTube shorts and things like that. Apparently short video is like the way things are right now, and he's going to try and jump into that. Whereas long form is less popular or gets fewer eyeballs. So he's like, all right, you know, I hear it, I get it. So he's going to try and do some short form stuff to support Lotro and see how that goes. Which means he's not going to be doing the weekly Court of the Rings, which is sad. Because I do enjoy his like hour-long chat with the community. That's always been nice. So he'll do irregular Court of the Rings on Fridays. So he'll do occasional ones, but not every Friday. So yeah, I know he wants to get Scenario on stream one of these days. That's a goal of his. They just have to coordinate it for when Scenario is actually available. Because being a producer, he's a little busy with stuff. So, and he's often busy during that particular time, which is noon on Fridays. I think he often has meetings at that time. So they have to just coordinate for when he's available. But yeah, he just had, Cord just had Orion on like 2 weeks ago. Not this past week, but the week before. Oh, everybody thinks Hobbit lore masters, if they, or Bjornings, if they could turn into badgers or pandas. That would be super cute. I would, yeah. It'd be so, like, lore breaking. It'd be crazy. So they probably will never do it, but it'd be so cute. Little pandas. All right, so Oh, no. A different way. Anyway, there's supposed to be some huge patch that's happening this week, I thought. Because Cord was showing some of the release notes. They weren't ready for publication yet. But he was showing some of the details. Because it was coming from the Bull Roarer. So they had done the Bull Roarer, which is the test server. So what they do, in case you aren't, for those who aren't aware of this, but they have a test server, Lotro does, and it's called Bull Roarer. So like I'm on Peregrine, it is Bull Roarer. And you have to actually have to use a different launcher than you do for the regular game, because it's a, that stuff, it's stuff that's not published yet. But it's a testing ground where you can play around with stuff. So what they've recently had is the stuff that's going to come out with the next patch. They've been testing it over on Bull Roar, and so I think Cord had the notes based on the Bull Roar page. I think that's what he had up. So he didn't have the actual patch notes, typed up and ready to publish on the Lotro website yet. Oh, thank you. I was seeing the wrong thing. I know, Skagosi says I'm going to miss Cord on Fridays. Me too. It's been kind of like a, just a spot in my day on Fridays that I've quite gotten used to, and I quite like having, that regular interaction with him there. And I mean, okay, so I'm on the stream team, so I can reach out to him. I don't have to wait until Fridays if I have a question or something I want to tell him or whatever. But I don't know. I really enjoy this interaction with the community, and there's a lot of stuff that people bring up and talk about, and I don't know. And it's also nice because if there's somebody who comes to my stream and they have questions that definitely need to go to SSG, things that I can't answer because they're looking for official stuff, right? Or why can't we do this or whatever. I can't answer those questions. Not for them. So it's been great because I just be like, well, go check in with Cord on Friday and ask him that question. Get somebody official to answer your query. Because a lot of times if somebody comes on the stream and they have a question, well, it's something that other people have as well. So might as well put it out there somewhere public so other people can also see the answer. Hey, look, Casper's up and about. All of a sudden my leg got colder. He's been pressed up against my leg here, keeping me nice and warm. Well, I'll just drink a little warm tea then to compensate for my cooler leg. It's crunching. Zonid says there's some lag issues in the zone with the hunter camp. Maybe some more layers will help. Don't know where you're talking about, but yeah, that'd be the sort of thing, probably put in a bug report to SSG. So I don't work for SSG. I'm not an employee or anything. But if you want them to know about that, I would definitely suggest putting in a bug report, because maybe that's something they don't know about. Hi. Casper's back. You gonna warm up my legs some more? It's fine with me. Yeah, come cuddle, buddy. He's so cute. He comes right up against me, and then he flops down, so he's leaning up against me. You're a cutie boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. You do your thing. The reason I suggest you put in a bug report, because if they don't know about it, what they'll do is they'll pass that on to the the team that can handle that. Whereas if you just make a post on the forums, it might not get to the right team. But the forums and the Discord are a very handy place to check for that sort of thing. See if anybody else has already mentioned it. Because I think there's a channel on the Discord where if you have put in a bug report, you can share that and be like, hey, I set a bug report for this thing, just so people know. And other people are like, oh, okay, cool, so I don't have to do that also, All right, so where are we going next? Hunter camp. Oh yeah, we could do that. Zoop. I'm gonna remove all those quests for now. Yeah, got a little heart from Gigosi there, Casper. He's a cutie. He's got, so he keeps having teeth that, and or his gums that just get rotten and stuff. We mentioned it to the dental folks, and they said to the vets, and they said sometimes it's just bad luck. He has bad luck, poor Casper, with his teeth. So since we have had him, which is since 22, since the spring of 22, because we bought the house in 21. Yeah, since the spring of 22. And this is 26, so it's coming up on 4 years. A couple months or so. Oh well. It's fine. Anyway, so in the time that we've had him, he's gone in once for surgery to remove 2 teeth, I think. And then again a second time to remove like 2 more teeth. So poor guy. He just keeps losing, and he loves to crunch food. All right, guide to the Udun foothold. I know, poor Casper. And he's lost a little bit of weight the last couple times because we take him about every 3 to 4 months so they can get their nails trimmed. Sorry, where are we going? Honey? Agernath? Okay. So yeah, so we go to get their nails trimmed because they start sticking to everything in the house, especially Kato, because it's so funny. Casper's nails are kind of like thick and not so long, and Kato's nails are long and thin, and so she like just starts sticking to everything as she's walking, because she's, especially in the winter time, because they're not outside anywhere near as much, and so they're not walking on, I don't know, the pavement in the backyard or scratching at things or whatever. Although they do scratch their scratching posts, so they're not as much recently, maybe because that's one's falling apart. But anyway, so their nails get long. So we take them every 3 to 4 months to the vet, and then also they can get the flea treatment because they do go in and out to the backyard, and we want to make sure they stay safe. So, mentioned Casper having lost some weight, and we're talking about that. And so she took a look at his teeth, and he's got another one. It's looking a little red. The gums are by it. So I'm experimenting with giving him his, because we just leave dry food out for the cats. And I've been experimenting today and yesterday with giving him the dry food, but making, like, wetting it down so it kind of gets mushy. And he's eating it and seems very pleased with it. So that's good news. These fire salamanders are so cool looking, I think. Just so wild. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about them. The eyes are weird, but the rest of them is pretty cool. The eyes remind me of those fish that are underwater that have like the big light that comes out, and then you think it's just a little thing, and then it's actually this giant. That's what the faces look like to me. Yeah, anglerfish. Yeah, those guys. You know, it's funny, for so long I've been a red line hunter, but then after they made the big update to hunters recently, a couple months ago. Oh, I gotta remember to get a screenshot of my stuff. Hang on a second. I'm gonna follow you for a second. Gandalf, show me my trait tree. Alright. Gandalf says, okay. So I don't think I need to worry about that. Yeah, probably don't need. Well, I think that's the biggest thing I need to worry about. I suppose I'll take a picture of my red line too, just so I have that. So, but anyway, I'll do that in a minute when we're not like doing combat, because I like being. I'm enjoying being in the blue line for combat these days. Oh, oops, sorry, I thought shooting at the wrong thing. Excellent. And Slayer Deed. Anyway, with the new update that I thought was tomorrow, maybe it's getting put off till next week, I don't know. But they're going to reset the hunter traits again. So I'm like, oh, I want to remember to get a screenshot so I can rebuild this really easily. Mine, you know, plus any changes I need to make based on whatever the new changes are. Yeah, but given that we haven't seen release notes, that does make me think that maybe it's not coming out tomorrow. Hmm. Before saying they had another short bull roarer session recently. Yeah. Well, who knows? At any rate, if that does come out, when that does come out, whether it's tomorrow or next week, they're going to reset hunter traits. So if you have a hunter, just be prepared to redo your trait tree again. Yeah, Skagosi says, and UI scaling, question mark. Yeah, that was my understanding, is it's that update. It's the UI scaling, it's a whole bunch of class work, like little bits and bobs here and there, some tidying up of things, basically. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Like, I didn't actually look over the notes over on Bullroarer and the Bullroarer thread on the forums. The things over here to touch the mound. But yeah, that was the main thing, I believe, was the UI scaling, which, you know, has been a big conversation in the plugin community, of course, because there's lots of things that are going to affect them. But there was something in the UI scaling that was going to be put off some connection to the Lua, I think, in order to, yeah, accommodate for plugins, because that wasn't ready for prime time. But the rest of it was. Yeah, before says, yep, they're planning on getting the UI scaling except for plugins into this next release. Yeah. Yeah, last we'd heard, like, that's what Cord was saying, like, Friday, when he was talking about it. Now, of course, it's possible things have changed between, you know, Friday and today. That happens. Oops, I fell down. Whee! Yeah. What? We think that might be dangerous? We have all the salamanders we need?
Yeah, it was the
Okay.
question of dwarves.
Yeah. Totally did not notice that finishing.
Scorching selection.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
It didn't completely
Oh.
back to the dwarves.
Oh, okay. There it is. Yeah. Let's see. We still got some supplies to gather. Are we in Talithur? Yeah, we are. All right. So let's see. Complete the Burning Mountain Blackfire. Investigate strange lights. Claiming countenance. Oh, and we want to get this guy's report. Hello, give us your report. It says you are here for my report. I give it to you gladly. From a small rise not far from here, I beheld a small group of orcs bound for the prison fortress of Nerband. Nirnhoth's slaves were chained together in the center of the marching lines. I could not leave them to their cruel fate. I knocked an arrow almost before I knew what I was doing and let it fly only slightly after my mind caught up to my heart. I left the captors where they fell and sent the Nirnhoth along with friends of mine to freedom. May they find happiness where they last settle. That is my report. All right. Before is impressive. Run and fight and type at the same time. Well, auto run is like a joy in this game, right? So you just, set yourself to auto run, do a little typing, adjust, do a little typing. Yeah, there you go. See, typing while auto running is a great skill to have, says before. And I put myself on follow all the time.
Lights.
Yeah, let's do some lights. Ah, almost landed on the big rock. Heat and fire begin to rise all around you. Oh, the fire grims? Okay, sure. Kagosi says, sure sure is a good skill to have, and I don't have it. Oh, these things are... This place is nasty. There's a spot where it's like you think you're safe, but then you're not. All right, where are we going? Oh, hello, drakes.
And we also did the thing. Oh, that those worms and drakes are the same Slayer.
Cool. I'm being warned not to step in the lava. Something about deadly, blah, blah, blah. I think I'm safe here. Oh, no, fumarol's attacking me.
I may have grabbed everything.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Where is it safe to stand in this place? Nowhere. Okay. Before says, I may have grabbed everything. Did you retreat? Oh, you're reviving me. Hi. Here's me paying attention. Alright, maybe you do one at a time. Maybe wait till your health regenerates a little bit. Because you're about dead again. Okay. Oh, because we're in a bad place. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Because we were next to the lava. Retreat? Or...
Where do we go? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yes. The current streamer and friend have died 2 times this stream. So there's a demonstration about why you shouldn't stand so close to the lava.
Attack 7 things.
Or attack 7 things and then stand next to the lava. You know, those sorts of details. I'm sure the second time will go great.
Yeah. Well, half the things are probably gone.
Let's see. Actually, oh, we still need 4 more of the fires.
And then we can go on down to
We just need some fire resist potions.
Yes.
We've been playing a bit of Valheim recently, and you can make fire resist potions in there. Though I doubt it helps with lava.
Excellent. You still insta.
Oh, hey, I think the Hobbit gifts are still seasonal. I just got a power potion. So sad. Where are we? Oh, there we are. All right, so we're working our way over to that lava. And we'll take out some, not fumaroles, although there is one down, there's a couple fumaroles. And not the carrigs, we're not after them either. Yeah, that area over there, I believe, is where we're going. All right, I believe we are here. Oops. There's a fire grim. Wonder if we can get it from up here. Not
It's not
quite.
glitched out.
All right, fair enough. All right, there's one. So that, oh, that only count. That didn't even count. I'm still at 4 out of 8.
We're need to go further west, I think.
Okay.
We can come over this rock.
Yeah, we did this Saturday, and we were definitely hopping on these rocks. Oh, that guy was twinned with a Carrog, so watch out. We got an extra friend. Cool. All right, Fire Grim. Just out of range. Oh, no, I'm not. Cool. Thanks. That is the only downside of running around on blue line like I've been doing. is that red line has more distance, but I have enjoyed the flexibility of being able to run and shoot that I get with the blue line. So I'm gonna actually switch back to blue as soon as the timer's up. It's like a minute, like a 60-second
You can come over this rock.
timer. Okay. Well, I was worried about being in combat because I can't switch in combat. But I can help shoot this guy, I guess. And the other thing too with the red line I notice is the inductions are way long. Whereas with blue line, the inductions are a lot shorter. Which is nice. But I wanted to grab a screenshot of that, so. I think, yeah.
Yep, that was off of that. Let's go back to Udrin so we can ride up to the north of this area.
Okay. Are you close enough to me? Okay. Now, some of these quests that we picked up from these people require us to be in like basically a specific instance, like a resource instance or a public instance, and those you can access from this person, Kandor, here at Udun. But I think we're going to do something else first. Are we just riding on the road? Nope. Where'd you go? To where?
Come, come.
Oh, Magastu. Okay. Got it. this is the place with all the whoosh. Yeah, these guys, dark waters. Yeah, we have a Slayer deed for these guys, so this is alright. Every time we jump across here, though, it makes that sound. Whoosh. That dark water is just like totally oblivious. I'm gonna bring him into the fold. He can go hang out with his other dark water friends.
This is the side entrance into this encampment.
Oh, okay. So we're going up to an encampment, and this is kind of like sneaking in from the side.
I forgot about a thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Mm.
So we were surrounded by fire, and I was thinking, let's get out of here.
Yeah. We aren't necessarily 100% completing all of the quests we're doing in each of these areas. We may have some backtracking to do. That's okay. I appreciate that B4 is willing to drag us around. But I'm like, I don't know, where am I going now? Oh, okay, cool. I'm hoping, so there's a bug related to the wardrobe. So when you're looking at your cosmetic outfits, if I were to like play around with this right now, and then I close the window, and then at some point I come back to it, that all the stuff on the side goes blank and you can't switch around anymore. And I've had that bug happen to me over on Mary. But last I heard, the SSG folks, they want to fix it, but they can't recreate it. And so they can't identify where the bug is actually coming from. So I submitted a bug report with as much detail as I could think of. But my understanding is it's still affecting people, which is quite sad. Hey, Megan says hello, hello. She says, oh, I love your background. Oh, the UI skin that I'm using? Thank you. Oh, or this. Or the flowers. On your webcam. Nice, thank you. Yeah, you know, the background is... Oh, BRB, 15 minutes, have to take a quick work call. Well, good luck. Have fun. So. Yeah, anyway, so there's that cosmetic window bug. Now, here's a fun thing, though, is that they are opening up more outfit spots that are not yet available for sale, but they will be. So pretty excited about that. But I wonder if that prep work that they did somehow triggers, you know, that bug to show up sometimes. So my hope is that even if they can't figure out why the bug exists, when they open up those other slots for sale, that maybe that will somehow correct whatever is causing the problem. Or it'll become more obvious, and then they can fix it. So that'd be cool. Hopefully they can get that fixed, because it's very sad when you go to change your outfit as a Hobbit and, you know, like doing some roleplay stuff and go to change, and I'm like, I can't get to my stuff. Now, if you log out and you log back in, it does reset that window. So that's a workaround if you find yourself in that situation. Looks like he's just dancing. He's like, oompa, 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 every time you hit him. Oh yeah, and orcs, when you hit them with like a bard's arrow or something that makes them run away, they often throw their hands up in the air. It's very funny. Ugh, I bet there's a way to get through there, but I'll just go around. All these tents and their poles making my life difficult to get over here. Okay, that's 5. So we have half of the supplies have been found. Okay. I know, right? A lot of obstacles in this place. Are you trying to find out if they're doing the thing? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I was hoping before was getting information about the potential update tomorrow. There might be something on the forums or in the Discord. I'm not too worried about it. But the bottom line is be prepared. Tomorrow could be a big update. Fair point. Before points out that sometimes they do push it to Thursday if it's a large update. Sometimes that happens. Because just that one more day can make a bit of difference to get those last bits of it finished and ready to go. And more supplies over here in the bushes. That's a briar patch looking sort of bushes, isn't it? All right, moving on. We still need 3 more goods of supplies around here somewhere. Nope, just small chests. Well, since we took out these guys, might as well get their loot. So these are cool, these small chests. I think we were talking about this a little bit last week, is that when you open these, it's like a resource node, but it gives something to everybody in your fellowship, which is pretty cool. Hey, it's a furnace. Do I need to interact with the furnace? We had to do that on Saturday, and I was very bad about figuring out how to do that at first. It was not obvious to me. We got it sorted out in the end, but it was kind of funny. He's like, click on the furnace. I'm like, I can't. He's like, well, just click on it. I'm like, what are you talking about? What furnace? It's like this thing you're standing in front of. I'm like, this is a furnace? And then everybody else has already clicked on it, and I'm like, okay, so this is obviously clickable. What am I missing here? We got it figured out, though. And then we got into our rhythm and got the quest done. Excuse me. Maybe I should do another cough drop. Okay. Looks like, yeah, south is where they're showing up on my map. We have a little bit of a following. Yeah, got rid of the stone heaver. Who is shooting poison stuff at me? You could stop that. Not fair. I took out the archer. Thank you. There we go. he just did not want to lie down. Yeah, excuse me. In this area, we don't actually need to take everything out, and I mean, we don't have a Slayer deed for these guys or anything. I mean, if we did, we finished it, so, yeah, we're a little slightly more targeted and not take out everything, because we don't have to. But that guy was right next to the supplies, so he was gonna trigger if we got too close to him. Okay, 10 out of 10 supplies. What do you think?
I think we
You got a patrol, so you might want to scooch. Yeah. Okay. I will follow you.
hopefully they can find the rim section.
Looks like we're heading back towards the Grims. Dum dum dum. Hey, have a few dark waters. I'll collect this small chest they left laying around. Yeah, I'm really liking the blue line because maybe I don't pack as much of a punch as the red line, but it seems to go faster because the inductions are less. It's a lot more automatic stuff. And the maneuverability has been really useful as we're running around in Mordor or wherever else.
You know what? Okay,
Okay. Now we also have the little instances to do as well. Oh, do we have stuff we can turn in here?
the supplies.
Oh, nice.
They got
Brigdoll would like our supplies.
There is much to be done.
Cool. Happy to help, buddy. Excellent.
Let's run over to Agronate and right now to the last one.
Okay, so over to Agranath.
We are Gondor's
Ranger
eyes and
camp.
Gondor's swords in this
Funny thing is, we
place.
actually have some of these as like milestones. I'm not sure what we have for milestones. I'll have to look. Excuse me. Back where things are on fire.
Our milestones are in Agronate.
Yeah, so I'm curious. Okay, so my milestones are Slag Hills. Probably don't need that anymore, huh? A couple festival ones. Lebanon and Peligir. That's probably a bit old.
When we were doing something down to reputation, I think.
A couple for the Shire. And then I've got Bol Rud in Agranath. I also have Agranath Ranger Camp. And Minas Tirith Midsummer, handy for festival. Osgiliath After Battle in Athelion. And and then the last one I think is Tower Druidan in Anorian. So probably some that I don't necessarily need anymore. Now that is one thing that I did mention to the, the Travel Window 2 plugin folks, was like, it'd be really cool if it would show on the map where my milestones are. But I think there's something in that that's difficult. Because the plugin that Yavana asks, is that a plugin you're using. Yes, this little suitcase down here, over there, way over there, where my mouse is circling, is called Travel Window 2, and this is the map version. You can, and it's got like 5 different tabs. So you've got Eriador, Rovanian, Rohan, Gondor, and Haradwaith. So it's clumped things together. So like, for example, Gondor has all of this, including the Mordor ones, because there aren't that many Mordor ones. And it's right next to it, and you're kind of like questing in that way anyway. I think it's probably their logic. So it works out pretty good. So yeah, so it's the Travel Window 2. And I think let me see if I scroll up. Let me grab this. There you go. So that's, okay, so make sure you're updated, because mine was not up to date. And so I didn't have all these functions. So first of all, make sure you have it up to date. And I use was it Lotro Compendium? Lotro Companion. I always get those two mixed up. It's a Lotro and it starts with a C. Which one is it that I have? Which one updates your plugins? Compendium. Lotro Plugin Compendium. Okay, the Lotro Plugin Compendium is really handy. When you pull it up, it's not in the game, it's external. You can be in the game when you pull it up though. And when you pull it up, it'll show you all the plugins that you have, and they'll be yellowed out if there's an update that you, like if you have an older version. And then you can just click on it, like checkmark the things, and then say update, and it will update everything you've checkmarked. Super handy. I just wish I could remember the name of it better. But aside from that, it's great. Hang on, I ended up in combat. All right. And so did you.
One reason why I try to always say their full names, because the one with the plugin event is one of those plugins.
Oh, that's fair. So yeah, so anyway, you could go to the Lotro Plugin Compendium to update your plugin, or just go straight to the Travel Window 2 link there at Lotro Interface. Both of those work. So first of all, yeah, make sure you have the updated version, which is, as before points out, Travel Window 2 version 4.2.0. And then, yeah, when you right-click on your suitcase, you're going to find the mode has 5 different options. You've got the text list, icon grid, carousel, pull down, or map view. So now I'm using the map view, and that's what gives me that fantastically interactive map. You can also set that from the options, as before points out in the background here. I'll show you it when we're not in combat and stuff. Yeah, so if you right-click on it and go to the options, you can also, here at the top where it says mode, you can pick text list, icon grid, carousel, pull down, or map view. So you've got different ways that you can access that information. Now, I'm a hunter, and so I have a lot of travel skills that I get through my hunter ability. And it was showing me, when I first pulled up the map, it was showing me both skills that I had from my hunter abilities, but also things that I could get through reputation. And I didn't want that, because then I ended up with 2 icons next to each other, one of which is grayed out, one of which is not, but I didn't need the grayed out one. I just wanted the one I can use, and I wanted the one that takes my whole fellowship with me. I didn't want the other one. So I was mentioning that, and the plugin, one of the plugin developers was like, I was like, wouldn't that be cool to have something like a preset for hunters? And I'm like, oh, we did that. I was like, tell me more. And so there's a, here, let me just go touch this base. There's an option, I'm sorry, wrong thing. If I go into the options and on enable, if you're a hunter, or I think any of the other ones, like a warden or anybody else who has those travel skills, mariner is another one, where you have travel skills that, you know, takes you around. There's extra buttons here that says enable overlapping. or disable overlapping. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about the overlapping skills, the skills that where there's more than one skill to take you somewhere. And so if you click on, as a hunter, I was able to click on disable overlapping, and then now all my skills just show the one. Oh, this is the one where there's a big hole. I fell down that the first time. I don't want to fall down that again. So yeah, Yavanna, that's what you want to do is make sure your travel window is up to date, and then that's some of the different ways you can get in there and play about with that.
Alright, shall we do the resource instances?
Sure. Shall I take us to Udon Foothills? So yeah, so like this, I can just pull this up and like bam. Now there's also a setting in there which is like make the map go away during travel or something. I went ahead and checked on that because then I can see that my character is actually doing the travel skill, which is something that I want to see that. Yeah, so there's a lot of fun little options in there to play around with. Okay, so we're going to do a resource instance. And which one do we need to do, hun? Kala... Oh, the final stand. Okay.
The finalists.
So we have to go defeat somebody named Dulgun here. So I'll grab that.
One of the last holdouts of all
And this is like a
Sagunis,
max
the
2 people or
well-fortified
something. So
encampment of
we,
Kalamur continues to
if you're
be
in,
battered
some of
by
these are
Ungor
public instances,
forces.
and so you can go in with your whole fellowship. Some of them are like this or whatever. So you have to basically group up into 1s and 2s. I have defeat Dulgun, the Hordes of something, the Silken Gift, and then Kingdom of Gondor, Hobbits of the Company, Elves of Lothlorien, and Durin's Folk. So, because we went around earlier and picked up all those quests, there's quests in both of these. I think we're going to do 2 different resource instances. Oh yeah, what is
A
this?
small correction.
Or
You get these
Okay. Before saying when you're a member of the Allegiance, you get quests in here that are auto-bestowed for that allegiance. So because we have all 4 of the allegiances, we get 4 quests that pop up for us. That's nice. Hey, Ivana says, I did it. Thanks. You are very welcome. Glad to help out, for sure. I'm telling you, I love it. Like, yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, and I was streaming, and one of the devs of Travel Window 2 popped in, and they're like, hey, you know, there's these things. I was like, oh? And, yeah, it's just been so awesome, because I did not have the updated version at the time. And so, between when they told me during my stream, between that and then Saturday when I was questing with our kinship, I was able to get it updated and start playing with it. And I love it. The map version is just such a great choice. And I'm sure there was a lot of like manual work involved in order to make it, because I'm guessing those travel skills, they had to like, you know, make an image based on the image in the game of the icon of the travel skill, and then they had to place it on the map manually probably, and then make that into an interactable thing. And I mean, I can imagine it must have been a lot of work to make that happen, but boy, oh boy, is it such, I am very grateful for the work that they did, because that's so good. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. It was one the wrong way.
Here's the gate, but it's not open yet.
Oh yeah, in this particular instance, if you're ever doing it, there's a cave you gotta go in to defeat the baddie. And it's right there, and notice there's still cobwebs on it, so we can't go in yet. We have to like defeat every something, orc maybe, in this area before that gate will open. So this is where it is worth going around and defeating everything.
Plus, I gotta pick up all this stuff.
Plus there's a lot to pick up, yeah. A lot of stuff to pick up.
Oh, and you don't have to finish them all first.
These auto quests that showed up with the gather supplies, gather rations, gather gems, gather lost relics. they seem to exist in every one of these little instances. So if you don't find all 10 of them in the first one, when you do the second one, a lot of times you can kind of clean up whatever you didn't get the first time around. Now the spider silk I gotta get because that is part of this instance. That's not going to be anywhere else. Yeah, that's fair. That's true. I have 3 quests that are Colummerg and 4 that are faction specific. The 3 that are Colummerg have to be done here in Colummerg.
Yeah, we had a teammate who was having frustrations because for some reason they couldn't claim the 10th one.
The 10th silk? No.
Not the 10th gem or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were like, at one point, before saying that, basically kind of like at one point we were a little bit flummoxed because it's like, I have 9, where is the 10th one? Went all over back and forth and everything and just finally got to the point where like, I guess we just don't finish that right now. I don't know why. And then we went and did the next instance and it's like, oh, there's more here. Okay. We got options. So, oh, Max Hauser says, thanks for the travel window infos. Oh, you're welcome. Happy to share the knowledge. Yeah, I love it when, like, you know, developers are able to pop in and be like, hey, you know, this thing of mine that you're using, I can show you how to use it even better. I'm like, okay. That works for me.
You see this spider over here?
Oh, no, but I got an Ungle Stalker over here, which we probably have to take out. Let me tag it and bring it towards you.
The spiders in the street message.
Oh, okay, well,
But we're gonna
I found another one. What were you on? Yeah, show me what you got. Oh, that's a giant spider. Ugh. There's another resource somewhere that I missed. Yeah.
I've not imagined the Android here. I've got 5654.
I have 6654.
That's hilarious.
But there's some branches over here somewhere.
Oh,
I think they're on the other side of this thing.
okay. We are in parity now.
Excellent.
Shall we go to the cube?
Yep. Okay. So because this is a resource instance, it's got like a whole slew of one thing, and in this case it's wood. My character collects wood. All right, so you can see we did what we had to do in order to get the cave open, so now the cave is open. A small band of orcs have barricaded themselves in these caverns. Right, because there's a lot of spiders out there, and they're like, I don't want to be a part of that business. It was a bit of a no thanks on that one. All right, there's a relic right here next to us. Back here, yeah. Got me some branches. So yeah, when you come in and you're doing these resource instances, it's kind of handy to figure out what's the resource they're giving away in here, and then put that on so you can track it, and then you can just like get all of it, which is great. This is the boss. That's a spider. Oi. I'm chopping branches here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff up this ramp. Well, check that out. There was a guy up here that we always shoot when we're coming in, and so he runs down to us. Totally forgot about that.
I'm still looting gems and stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's relic supplies and gems up here as well.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, so I'm just a little short on stuff.
You're a hobbit. You're a hobbit.
Yes, I'm a little short because I'm a hobbit. Ba-dum-bum. Get some more branches. Supplies. There's a gem. All right, so I have on my list talk to Kandor, and I've got 51 minutes to get that done because you get a 1 hour. Talk to Kandor, bring the silk to Kandor, bring the supplies to King Elisor's throne room, bring the rations to the hobbits, bring the relics, bring the gems. So I have completed everything on my list here. Except for getting those branches. There we go. Yes, before says, I did enjoy that joke someone shared recently. What's Pippin short for? He's a hobbit. Oh. Casper's got one of his paws up so I can see all of his little toe beans. So cute. I appreciate that he is very comfortable next to me here. All right, so I'm going to turn in the 3 Calamurg here.
Let us not tarry.
Which is we defeated spiders and orcs.
Let us not tarry.
Our efforts will be noted.
Now
We have
then,
silk. They're going to make it into stuff, which finishes that. And then we have other options of things to do, which I can't remember what the other one.
One we've been assigned to is the Burning Mountain.
Oh, the Burning Mountain Bloodwings. Okay, ready for that?
Sure.
Okay,
This will go a lot faster because we don't have those 4 allegiance quests.
that's true. Okay. So now those 4
road
allegiance
of
quests that
Mount
we got
Doom
last time,
sits high
we're already
above the
done
scorched
with them, right?
plains of Gorgoroth,
So
and has been a safe path
this
for
will go a
many
lot faster
foul
because
things.
we'll be able to just stay on track. So it's so funny how this like scrolls off. But it says the ruined road of Mount Doom sits high above the scorched plains of Gorgoroth and has been a safe path for many foul things. So in this one we're getting this obsidian ore, and then we're also picking up regular skarn. So that's the resource that's available here. I'll focus on the skarn, sure. Happy to.
One shot the last creature.
All right, this isn't something that like is a problem for most people, but apparently it's a problem for before sometimes, or for perhaps minstrels. Don't one-shot the last boss, whoever that's standing before the barricade, because apparently that can glitch out your instance. So notice there's like, you know, a couple of folks way down there at the end. Don't one-shot them apparently, because you might glitch out them and glitch out your instance.
I haven't tried to reproduce it, but it's like
Yeah.
a script that lowers the barricade doesn't run.
Yeah, he's saying basically, yeah, there's a script that to lower the barricade and that just doesn't run if you take them out too fast.
We saw that in one of the
We have seen that before.
Down instances.
North Down?
Where the boss had to be alerted and then defeated. before it
Yes.
would
Oh, also the one at the top of Weathertop has that same problem. So if you come in like super over leveled,
doesn't change fast enough.
yeah. So if you come in super over leveled, just make sure that you pause between like talking to Candaith and then go in, pause. You know,
Wait for the objective to be defeated.
yeah,
And then
because the objective, yeah, exactly. The objective on your screen under the quest will change from like, you know, see the Cargul to defeat the Cargul or something like that. So you just have to, if you're over leveled or taking stuff out too quickly, you just have to be prepared. Things like that can happen. Okay, so now with this one, you know, we've had to kind of pop off to the side here because there's some stairs. Oh no, we haven't got to the stairs yet. There's some stairs up ahead. Yes, this is number 5 here. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this is the one where there's some stairs. And you have to go past the stairs first and pick up the ore that you're looking for, this obsidian ore. And then you come back and go up the stairs.
it might be that there's enough ore upstairs. I don't think to, but we always just do it.
Yes, Kagosi. So have a chat and then attack. Exactly. You've got it. You know, we've got to be civilized about these things. First we'll have some tea together, and then we'll be like, all right, well, shall we then? Me too. Got a Skarn coming up. Now, we're not certain if there is any of the obsidian ore up the stairs. Yeah, you're gonna go find out? Okay. Alright, well, if we're wrong, we'll have to just come back down the stairs and get some. Because there's some right over there. Oh, you know what? I think I also go over there is because there's, you know, like the other ores and stuff.
Yeah, there's a Legion stuff.
No, the resource.
Oh, that's fair. Go ahead. I'm
Alright.
gonna look for obsidian upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, because there's 2 Skarn deposits down here, which would be a shame to just pass those by. Soapy Banana says, "Oi, lass, how are ya? I'm thinking maybe you're a dwarf." So, I am good. How are you? That's a fun name, Soapy Banana. Alright, I'm guessing you're up the stairs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Yeah, just find another obsidian.
I do not. I found some downstairs. Would you like me to pause here so you can run back down the stairs and get some?
No, I want to come up here so we can beat the boss.
Okay.
We only have 54 minutes left, you know.
Yes, we have 54 minutes yet, during which we must find and defeat the boss. However shall we manage? Oh gosh, found the boss. Defeated the boss. Good job, us. Although, apparently I'm in combat. Oh, with a bat. Oh, sorry.
It's good to defeat all these, just so you can
Sure.
resource instances.
So, funny thing is, all those things that we were looking for are actually on the ground around here. Sometimes you can see them. Like, there's a crate of supplies.
I'm just gonna duck down to this thing.
Yeah. I'll go with you so you have faster running. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if that was a wise way to go. Do I need to grab you in some way? Or are you stuck?
Well, it let me fall down here, but it doesn't let me keep falling down. That's fantastic.
Huh. You're up there. You've hit an invisible wall, I think.
I'll move the slash stuff around until I go down.
Okay. And then I'll not leave the instance. That way you are able to come back in. So that way it doesn't close the instance. Oh yeah, there's some relics. I'll just wait. I also seem to be in combat with something, so I guess I'll run around and see if there's somebody up here. Dwarf Guardian at your service. I am good. Thank you, says Soapy Banana. Awesome. That's interesting. There's a bat here that's potentially lost. Let me see if I can get rid of him. Yep. I'm no longer in combat. I think a bat was trying to follow us, and then when you jumped off the edge, it got really confused, but it didn't have the little question marks over its head. It was just against a pillar. So that was kind of funny. So, Soapy Banana, welcome. We are running around and doing some stuff to support the allegiances, which we have joined via Mordor-y stuff. And so we're currently working on Durin's folk. And so what we did is we've actually joined all 4 of the allegiances, so we're supporting all 4 of them. And so then we go around to each of their locations and pick up quests from them. Now, they all have overlapping quests every day, except for in each of the 4 locations, they have one quest that is unique to them. So we went and picked up those unique quests at each of the 4 locations. They're 4 allegiance halls. And then, oh, that's convenient. And and then you just have to pick up all the other quests from one of the locations because it's all the same. So we're doing those, and this is one that's like a resource instance. So collected a bunch of resources and had some objectives to do in here, and we have just about completed those objectives. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and exit then.
Only obsidian bound.
All right. Before it says, turned out doing a slash stuck just took him back to the beginning of the instance. So that's handy. Yeah. So I think we're getting close to done with all these. We have to turn this one into this guy. Actually, a
It is
handful of
not
them.
Terry.
All right, trading precious metals. Good.
This is
Slaying a
far
high-ranking
from
lieutenant.
fair
Good
here.
job.
Oh, this is
Well done.
far
Your
from
efforts will be
fair
duly noted.
here.
We've braved the mountain and gathered the requested ore. Good job, us. Okay, so those are other ones that are not related to what we're doing, I believe. Okay, so we have the daily request to turn in. That to turn in, I believe. Now, each week there are there's a wrapper, and it's like complete allegiance requests in Argonath and Dor Amroth and Udun and the two places we just were today. Yeah, Lingris and Talath Uri. So we've done those, and so they were on this list, but they're not anymore. So we still have those 3 categories to do, but the quests rotate each day. So I think we go and turn on our dailies. Is there anything else to do?
Yeah, let's fit by the various weaknesses. We do have leftover stuff from Dor Amar if we ever want to do that.
Well, let's go to Thoranian and go see the Hobbits and turn in our quest to those guys. Over on Mary, there's a really cool dwarven-led thing going on where we were dealing with as if the timeline wise, we were at the point where Lotho has taken a lot of influence on the Shire, and so there's all these ruffians and big folk that are causing trouble, and so we were in the Yonder Shire and defeating ruffians and stuff and taking out some of Lotho's folks in order to try and reduce the pressure on the Shire. But then the Blue Mountain Regiment needed to go back to the Blue Mountains, and so there'll be a further part of that story sometime this year. So really fun stuff I've been doing with dwarves lately over there. Even though I only made it a couple of times, but I had a really good time. Okay, so each of these locations, these 4 allegiances, we have to go to their collection box because we gathered rations in this case, and so we are dropping those off in the box. And for that, I got complete 40 resource quests. And for that, I get some of the relic-y stuff that I'm going to use to accelerate my stuff with the faction, which in this case is the dwarves right now. And then I have the daily expedition, which I could turn that into anybody, I believe. So we're going to turn that in. But then I also have the thing that's specific to her, which was my errand from Sam, where we made a dent in the number of spiders. And so I'm going to get 2 of these relics of the Alliance for that. I want some Electro points too. Oh, because I finished a deed. I just clicked right past that, but it's okay. So yeah, so we had Talath Uri and Lingris today, and then I think we get the other ones on other days. They rotate through. Okay, so now we'll pop over to Gondor. Yeah, we'll go to Minas Tirith, and we'll go drop some stuff off for the King's faction. So yeah, when we discovered that you could be active with each of them, even though you can only submit. It's over here, the boxes, the collection box. All right, so we brought some supplies. So we're going to turn those in here. And then, yeah, as Affadil was doing, running over here to our daily guy. You can do this in any order. It really doesn't matter. Scorching selections. This is where we took out some of the dragon kind for them. Oh, that's true. We're getting LI reward experience, which is nice, too. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to the Rovanian map. And let's start with the dwarves at the top. So, Hall for the Greyhammers. I am in the middle of that with, I think, my Rosenbloom over on
Mary, yeah.
on Mary, and I haven't pursued it recently, but I'm like, I've got more to do with that one, and it just cracks me up. All right, so here's our collection box for these guys.
Oh, I got a lot
So,
more
gathering
XP from
gems.
this other quest.
Nice. And
Oh, this one we completed
Oh,
on the road.
that's right. We got that. We turned it in on the road with him. He was standing out there. But we still needed to come to the collection box, so we still needed to be here for that.
Yeah, these
And
collection
then-
boxes give like double experience
Oh.
compared to the quest. Check it out.
All right, so B4 is saying that on the legendary item reward track, which I'll pop up here, and I'm working on that. I made a lot more progress here than on Mary, because we're doing more of this. Thayan says, "Good evening, all. How are we all? Doing all right." Okay, so he's saying that the collection box. Where's my collection box? It's over here. I'm gonna turn this in and see where I am right now on that, and turn that in, and I got a decent chunk, and then turning in my daily report, which we picked up. I don't know. I felt like it was about the same.
I haven't done good measurements yet.
Yeah, fair. I completed something. Complete tests and quests in Teletherry. And they're going to give me relics of the Last Alliance for this too. So basically, let me pull this up to show y'all. Go to character and then allegiances. So I'm currently, when I receive any of the Last Alliance relics, so any allegiance points that I receive are going towards the Dwarven faction right now, because you can only have one faction actively receiving those points, but you can be actively doing quests for each of them. But in terms of allegiance points, they're all going to only go to one place. So right now I'm at level 15 with these guys. And let me just have the relics be shown so I can find those quicker. Okay, so I've got 3 of these that give me 2,000 each, so we'll just pop those. Boom, boom. Oh, and you can't see, if I scooch this a little closer, a little closed. My character little swords go up around your head, so I'll show you. All right, and then I've got 18 of these that give me 1,000. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the alt consume works for these, but that's fine. I'll just do one at a time. You can see I'm like doing it so fast as like getting this cool sword animation. And if I can, oh yeah, I can scooch that over. You can see both of us doing it. Isn't that a fun sword animation? I'll do a couple more. See, it goes around and then combines. Isn't that fun? I'm up to 25. I still got a couple more. Let me do a couple more. 26. And, ooh, just a sliver left of 26. Look at that. So now what I can do is I can get these tokens of service. So I can go along this track and I can claim these tokens of service, which also basically is how you claim the level. So I'm receiving notification that I have completed that deed, which is to get to Alliance level 18, 19, etc. And then every so often there's a story chapter that you unlock when you get to that level. So I'm going to go ahead and claim that, claim that, claim that. And then again, there'll be another story level at 25. And then I can go ahead and claim 26. So this will go till 30 is what it ends up with, the highest amount, highest level. And so then when I get to 30, I will stop and I will switch my allegiance tracking to, or where it goes, where it filters to the Kingdom of Gondor. And that'll be the last one. Because like I said, we've already done the Hobbits and we've already done the Elves, all of the allegiance track at least. And then now we're working on Durin's. And so there's some storyline you can do with each one of them. So I still have those to, we both have those to come back and walk through the story. And if you've ever done there's another allegiance. So this one opens up once you're doing Mordor stuff, and like it's pretty far away. But there's another allegiance set that you can do with it's the Zelruka clan, and this is in the Gundabad area. So when the Fate of Gundabad expansion came out, I'm pretty sure that's when this came out because it's all set in the Gundabad area. Might have been the War of the Three Peaks. But it was in one of those expansions. There's like those 3 expansions right in a row. They're all dwarven. So it was in one of those expansions that this came out. Now this one you can do, I believe, starting at like level 10, and there is not like a landscape quest requirement. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah, I believe there's not a landscape requirement, like a quest that you have to do. I think you have to just find it. Actually, you know what? Let me do a quick little switch on this. Because I remember we jumped in on this and did this whenever we wanted, right? Like there was no...
Maybe you have to be level 20.
Maybe, yeah, okay, maybe you have to be level
You have to do the more
20.
quests on
Let's
that
see.
instead, and
Okay, here we go.
bonus.
Yeah, so on the Lotra Wiki it says, declaring your allegiance. And here, I'll put this in the... Let me put this into the chat real quick, so in case anybody else wants to do the reading. It says, once your character reaches level 20, you'll have an allegiance panel, which is this, which can be used to join the Zelruka Alliance. So there was like a button here, it said like join, and you just click on it. At least that's what it was for these other guys too. And then after you join the Alliance, Prince Ingor in the Hall of Vernozal, which is part of Gundabad, will offer the first storyline quest. So that was way back here, which is chapter 1, Rightful Claim. And so then you, I believe, let's see, when you join the Allegiance, that might be, is that when you get the travel skill? Because basically it takes you to a place. Here, let's see. Can I travel there? Yeah. By using that little button there, I should be able to just travel. Yeah, that's sending me there, which is also really handy. Oh, yeah, sorry. Bye. As I run off. So now I'm located in Gundabad under the mountain. So I'm here. Let's see if I can zoom out a little more. So, like, yeah, I'm up, yeah, up there, basically. Under the mountain, though, is where they've sent me. And so there's this whole allegiance thing that happens here. And so when you're first coming in, you'll see people to talk to. And Zova is your main contact here, and so you end up interacting with Zova off and on to like pick up your daily quest. And hey, sweet boy, Casper is rearranging. And then over here, you'll talk to, let's see. Oh, this is the person where you could turn in the tokens that you get here to buy various things. A cold Drake trophy, for example. And then these two folks are the ones who have the daily missions. And so each day they have, let's see, 2 to 4, I think, on the one side. And then it's a total of 6 today, but I think it's normally like a total of 7. It varies, but generally between the pair of them, there's a total of 7 quests that you can pick up and do on a daily. And then, yeah, there's a stable master here, which can take you to a lot of the other like mission locations. So you've got Hearn in Cardolan or Gerwin's Convoy, which we've done on stream before. You've got the Erebor War Room. You've got Claygor up in Swanfleet. There's missions up there. So so this is a handy stable master person. But anyway, at the end of doing all of their, like, after you've completed and filled up their allegiance bar, you get a goat of kept promises. So you get a free goat, which is nice. Yeah, I can show you that goat. on my mounts. Goat of kept promises. So let's see if you can put it here in the middle. So it's got like, it's kind of browns and grays, and it's got like some little gems or something hanging from its horns, and then it's got like this very angular dwarven style on the stuff hanging down from the saddle. So I wonder if they have. Oh, that's a good one. That's I have that goat. That's what's that one called? I forget, but I have that one. That's I think the Arid Lewin goat, maybe. Not sure who that is. I don't know all these goats. I think that's the same one as the other. Oh, those might be the two factions in the goats you can get in Moria. I don't see the goat that you get for free with these guys, though. Or they just leave this wide open. The goats could just go wandering off. I'm unsurprised that they don't, though. They're probably well-trained goats. But anyway, so, yeah, so this is a fun place that you can be working on the Allegiance system and kind of get used to it before all those other ones become available to you if you're not, like, traveling around Mordor and stuff. Because, yeah, getting into the Mordor stuff, you know, it took us a while. Like we're level 117, 116, and we've capped ourselves. Like we're wearing the turtle stones to make sure that we don't continue to over level for the area because we're doing questing with others. And so we're trying to keep it, you know, reasonably on level for our characters, and the quests in the area are about that. But yeah, joining the Allegiances has been pretty handy. Okay, where does this take me? Now I kind of want to know where my milestones are set to. Maybe I'll change them up a little bit, because I don't necessarily need some of these, I think. Where is this? Hey, this is Far Anorian by the Reflecting Pool. Do I need this milestone for anything?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, you think I might need it later? Yeah, here. Okay. Tar Druidan. I'm out here.
We have done all the landscape questionnaire.
I thought we did. Yeah, okay. So this is not a milestone I need anymore. Cool. What should I change it to? I know. I will go back to Udun. And then I'll switch it to Udun Foothold, and then I'll know, oh, I can reset that one. So this is what happens with my milestones. This is the good and bad of having a lot of milestones, is that then I end up with stuff that once we don't use it anymore, I forget about it. And so here, we're just going to bind that. So now, if I look at my milestone, well, you can't see it because it's on cooldown. Luckily, I have the 5-minute cooldown, so that makes life go so much easier for me. I like that. And I wish there was an easy way to, like, rearrange my milestones. So, okay, so I've got... if I have what?
If you have an empty spot.
Yeah. So what I would need to do is basically be like, okay, this one is, you know, because that's number 1. Now, I'm pretty sure when you click on a milestone, they are in the order of, you know, return milestone, or your default one, I suppose, the one that you got when you became, you know, when you got to level 5 and got the novice designation. And then I think this is, yeah, so this one, okay, so this one just says current home location, blah. And then this one says second home location, third home location, fourth home location. So when you click on a milestone and it's like, hey, do you want to bind to one of these? You know, it pulls up the list, and they are in the order of numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so forth. So 7, 8, 9. Well, no, this one says 6. It's possible they're in the order that you bought them, which is kind of weird. Because at one point I did get out of order somehow. I don't know how that happened. And this is 10th, and this is 11th. Okay, now hold on. So my green fields is 6, and Hobbit and Bywater is 5. Cool. The plugin has them in order of the actual names, numbers. For example, 5 is next to 6, which then is 7. Okay, so the plugin is slightly superior in this particular instance. I like this because I use the plugin a lot. So what I'm thinking I might do at some point is basically like, I don't think I need the slag hills, right? I don't need slag hills, do I, for anything? The wastes?
Slag Hills is a name.
Well, it has the same image as Camp of the Host. The same icon? Well, no, but Camp of the Host is my return to skill.
Yeah.
My, oh wait. Yeah, it's my guide to skill.
Yes, you don't need that as a milestone.
No, but I have Slag Hills as a milestone.
Right, because you don't have a guide to.
Right, but I could get rid of Slag Hills because I could probably get there from Camp of the Host.
Yes, you will.
I think. I'm going to go check. I want to tidy up my milestones. And I want to put my milestones at the beginning that are like the ones that I just keep and I don't change, like my festival ones. And then the ones at the other end could be the ones that I'm like, yeah, I'll just, swap those out from time to time. Okay, so let's see, where's the horsey? He's over here. All right, excuse me, lady. I am trying to get to Slag Hills. Do you know the Slag Hills?
Gondor needs your aid.
In the waste. Yes, she does. Oh, I totally do not need. Well, here, I'll just take a quick look. We'll just pop over there. I'll just spend the money because I can check. I want to check and see if there's anything that this connects to. Oh, this place.
How may
Yeah,
I
she just
help
goes
you,
back to the
friend?
Camp of the Host. Orden Foothill, which I have, and Osgiliath, which I probably have, or something like that. Cool. I do not need this milestone. So I think what I'm going to do is... So these two are like Kellendam and Dooland, although the Kellendam one could be at the beginning. That would be handier. Because then I could kind of work south to north. Because those are really handy for festival stuff. Not that I do a lot of festival on this character. But I do some. I've been doing more because, well, not necessarily with this character, but with my character over on Mary I am. Because I'm trying to level her. But, okay, but there's like stuff that happens here for festival sometimes. And it's really handy to be able to just pop down here. So this is going to become that one. Yes. Cool. And then just over time, I'll just work on shuffling these around because, like, I think I want number 3 to become probably my Hobbit ones. And then eventually I'll mix the Minas Tirith one over there too. Although maybe 3 should be the Minas Tirith one. The Midsummer one.
Well,
Anyway.
from privilege to them that they let you drag reorder that as well as the grid view. Like this thing be solvable in the plugin, right?
This is possibly solvable in the plugin, that's true. But I do kind of like them being in the order that they're numbered, and I'm okay with that. So, anyway. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here in just a moment. So, if anybody has any last-minute questions or thoughts they want to throw into the chat, now is the time to do that. Coming up after me is B4 doing his stream called Plugging Along. So he is about ready for that, I believe. Excellent. So he'll be talking about Lotro plugins, and he does some active plugin development on the stream. So if you have any questions about plugins or about Lotro in general, anything Lotro related is fair game on his stream also. So I should be back next week, no problem. So I don't believe we have any conflicts anytime in the next few weeks. We should be good to go. I think we have a conflict in like the beginning of April, but I think we're good until then. So just a reminder that possibly this week is a large update, so be prepared for that. We're guessing it'll happen either Wednesday or Thursday. We haven't heard anything. Oh, Skagosi, that's so kind. Says, thanks, Lorette, for a lovely stream. You and before always make my Tuesday better. Well, I'm really glad that we can add a little light to the lives of others. And speaking of, that reminds me that Cord is not going to be doing his usual Friday stream in general. It will no longer be a regularly scheduled Friday stream. It will be an irregularly scheduled Friday stream. So he's not planning on streaming this Friday. But when he does, he will probably give us a day's notice. Who knows? It really depends on how much notice he feels that he has before he's made the decision that he will be streaming that week. But in general, there won't be any Court of the Rings on Fridays. There'll be special events those will be special times when he does do Court of the Rings on Fridays. All right, so I think that's it from me. Hi, TD Growl. Good to see you there. Have a fantastic rest of your day, everybody. And I will see you over on B4's stream, Plugging Along, coming up right next. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.